Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's another Mythic Monday, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Armory experience, Evil Red Knight. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector.
And if you like my content, please consider subscribing.
And here we have the front of the package where you can see the Evil Red Knight here. Most of everything he comes with, yeah, it's right here in this baggie. We've got some faction symbols here on the sides, and then we have that exclusive art with the spot foil print right there, and then a little write-up about the the supporting knights, which are, what these guys are, your Armory experience Legion builder colored knights. So let's get this evil red guy opened up out of the package and see everything he comes with. All right, if you've seen one of my Armory experience reviews before, he's going to come with the same stuff because that's exactly what they did at Legion's Con. They all came with a little baggie of all the exact same accessories, so that wasn't, like a thing you had to like make a decision on. We do get this new style sash belt that goes around their upper torso, so you've got some weapon storage on the back, nice painted details all over. We have I love this new style belt that we're getting here with the longer extra piece, and then like the sword holds here on the side, little straps on the side for one weapon storage or two, nicely painted buckles and rivets. You're also going to get this very nicely painted shield. It's two different colors or darknesses of the gunmetal gray. So you've got a light and then a dark. Looks really nice. No damage, no weathering, just your basic painted shield. We do get the sword here that has like the dark brown sheath and wraps on the hilt, and then gold accents. We've seen this before, little hook here on the side, so you can put that on the back or the belt, whichever one you want to do. We do get this little wooden shaft here, so you can make two different styles of bludgeoning weapons. So you can either plug on the Morning Star attachment or the heavy bladed mace attachment, either one, to make the the death machine of your choice. I don't really have a preference one way or the other as to which one that I go with. I don't use them a lot, actually. I like to give my knights swords. So, and then we do have this one long style sword here on the back with a nice gunmetal gray blade, then the gold on the hand protector, the hand guard, and then on the pommel, and then a dark brown on the hilt. So it's very nice. The only thing that you're going to get that's different with each character, of course, is their correct color pauldrons. And since this is the evil guy, we're going to be getting the evil pauldrons, which are the spikier ones, and these are sharp, so guard your fingers when you go to put these on. And here we have the evil knight standing straight up and down in the package, like right out of the package. This is what you're getting, and he is looking incredible. I like that they went with the more like the cone-shaped helmet. If I'm not mistaken, I think typically like some of the evil versions either have like the Gorgo Aetherblade style helmet, or they have like the bucket style helmet. Maybe they're interchangeable and that you can go either way. To me, this looks more like a good guy helmet, but I'm totally fine with them putting this on the evil, quote unquote, evil armor set. I think it looks great. It looks really cool. I'm probably going to end up replacing this helmet anyway and giving him a probably a vampire head, just because I think the vampires look great in this red armor. Maybe it's the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie like coming back to me or whatever, but that's what this armor makes me think of, and I think they look pretty cool. Even though in Mythos I know that they give vampires black armor, but hey, in my Mythos they give them red armor. So let's get this guy off the rotating base and punch in on some of that detail and check out all the stuff that they painted on these Armory Experience Knights. I know a lot of people like to talk about the price, these guys being $45, but I mean, look at what you're getting for $45. When you talk about things that cost a lot at the production facility where these things are made, you talk about the tooling, of course, which, to make those molds that takes like a good portion of the budget right there. And then the next thing is going to be paint hits. And if it costs money every time paint is put on this figure, then I think that's where your money is going. Because if you look at this, every single solitary sculpted rivet on the helmet, on the gorget, on the torso armor, on the arm armor, all the way down to the armor on the sides of the figure here, the loincloth, down on the boots, like just look at that. That's got to be, it's got to be over 100 hits. I don't know if you had to count them all up. Yes, you've got some brown in here where the straps are, and then the gunmetal on the chainmail, but just there's this very subtle but very noticeable dark black wash that's put over the whole figure, and it just looks fantastic. It just brings out the details so well. Personally, I kind of associate this style of armor here on the sides, on the folds. I kind of associate this more with like a good night, whereas the folds that came on the good night, I kind of associate with evil. I like how they're mixing and matching. But now that you have them both in hand, you can mix and match to your heart's content. Like you can, I can put these on the good night and have the other ones on this guy for sure. Like 100%, you could totally do that. And again, like I said, I love this style of this cone-shaped helmet. It looks really dope, but we're going to be replacing that anyway. But like I always say, we're going to, the pauldrons really sort of change the look of a guy. And man, these are great. They pop right in. No heating up or anything necessary. These are sized perfectly and they pop right in, and just check that out. Just look at the way that really just changes the look of this character, and you can kind of rotate them up and protect more of the head. And give less of a neck on your guy right there, which looks really cool. Or you can sort of keep them in the middle, or you can rotate them all the way down where they protect more of the arms. It's up to you, and I really love that style of pauldron and shoulder armor that they create with just this simple plug in the back. But yeah, this guy is looking great. If you are not a Mythic Legions collector, if this is your first introduction to the line, just to show you what you can do, they do have a new style of neck that they've come up with recently with this little hinge. So you've got some shunting forward and shunting back motion that you can do. You get lots of rocker left and right. You can look up really good, and then make sure. I'm going to end up cutting my fingers on my knuckles, and then you can look down really well as well. With the arms, you can go out and almost hit that T-pose with the shoulder pauldrons on. With them off, you're going to get a little bit better range of motion. The arms will go all the way around, but not with the pauldrons on. You would have to take them off to do that. There is some hinge, a 45-degree bend right there at the elbow, and a swivel as well. This particular guy has a horizontal hinge and a swivel on his left hand, and let's see what they give us. Did they give us a horizontal or they have a horizontal hinge and swivel on the right hand as well. You have a single point of articulation here at the waist, so it's on a ball joint, so you can get a little bit of bobble left and right. This guy has not had a hot water bath, so he's kind of stiff. You can bend forward about that far, bend back about that far, just mind the gap. The legs are always where it's at with Mythic Legions. The figure can kick all the way forward, they can kick all the way out to the side, and they can kick back. Look how far they can go back. You have upper thigh swivel, which is perfectly hidden within the armor. You've got a single 45-degree bend at the knee, also because of that rotation at the knee, and then you've got a hinge swivel, and forward-facing pin down for the foot articulation. So let's do some head swaps here and see some other looks that we can achieve with this guy if we just do just a simple head swap. One of the first things I wanted to do is I wanted to bust out all of the heads that I have from Mythic Legions that are red, just to see what they look like. So first off, we're gonna pop on like this red demon head, and boy, I gotta tell you, even though the reds don't quite match up, I'm okay with that, because your skin tone's never going to match your armor anyway. I mean, who gets that freaking lucky? So having this style of head on him, having like a demon knight warrior, just looks fantastic, I think. And oh, you popped on easy, but you don't want to pop off easy. I'm going to cut my fingers. I'm going to end up losing a knuckle today. I just know it. Here we have a red orc head, which I think looks stellar on this guy as well. Gosh, just looks so good. And those colors actually match up pretty well. I forgot that I even had like a red vampire head. This, I think, came with the most recent Legions Con exclusive 2-pack, their Cosmic 2-pack, but I think that looks great. But where I really think this is going to shine is popping on a vampire head, one of the white ones, and there you have it. I mean, this is probably how this guy is going to go on my shelf, because he just looks so fantastic. Putting that contrast of the white skin of the vampire and the red armor and like what would be like blood armor, man, I just think that looks fantastic. And like I said, this guy's probably going on my shelf as the general of my vampire armies. Let's get this guy standing up next to some of his kin and see how he stacks up. I definitely wanted to bring in the good knight, so that, I know that sounds weird, good knight, but the good guy red armor from the Armory experience as well, because I think that just looks fantastic. And again, I mean, you can mix and match these parts, and I probably will swap their lower waist armor. And then we're also going to bring in our good buddy Bill Bones Broken Shield, sporting a glow up. I've got him styled in the Kai Labs little tunic and chainmail. I got that in over the weekend, and I was playing around and I was putting it on different figures. Of course I put it on the Conan figure from Mezco, which is I think what they designed it for, but it works great for Mythic Legions, and so he's going on Bill Bones. Bill Bones is getting a glow up, everybody, for 2025. So that's how he stacks up. Let's get these guys out of the way, get him back up on that rotating base and into some poses, and just see how he kind of poses up for us. I gotta tell you, I really think this guy is special. He looks really, really good. I love that bright red. I mean, that sort of deep red armor, this blood color, this rust color. I think it looks really, really cool. I think it's probably my favorite color armor out of the green, the purple, and the black, with the brown that were offered both at the Armory experience at Legions Con and through the retailer versions, the pre-built versions. If you guys didn't get a chance to go to Legions Con and don't know what I mean by the Armory experience, basically what you could do is you got a little tray and you got to go through this little Armory experience where basically you were picking and choosing what pauldrons you wanted, what torso armor, what leg armor, what arm armor you wanted, which helmet, and then at the end you had your very own creation, because popping and swapping is key. That is one of the tenets. That's one of the core characteristics of this Mythic Legions line, is that it's your legions. You build what you want. And if you got a couple of heads laying around, or you have that heads pack from the All-Stars Wave 5, then, I mean, definitely you can change this guy up. You saw the different looks. You saw what he looked like. Again, once he's on my shelf, he's getting a vampire helmet, and that's how it's going to be. But yeah, I love the red armors. Those are my favorite, and I'm glad I have both the good guy and the bad guy knight. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector, Mark, and I'll see you in the toy aisles.